Life under lockdown, silence and isolation. And for many in this pandemic, there is the anguish of being forcibly separated from loved ones. All over the world, families have been wrenched apart, some because of the devastating effects of the disease, others simply because they were away from home at the wrong time.
So Gilbert and I have just got off a flight from Ukraine.
Nadine Guri found herself stuck in Ukraine with her newborn baby, who was delivered by a surrogate there. Her husband had already returned to the UK. Both of them were arranging travel documents for their son when the lockdown struck.
It was really heartbreaking because, after spending so long trying to have a child, for my husband and I to not be able to be together was devastating. And it was very lonely because the baby and I were self-isolating, so we were just in a little apartment together.
Marooned for weeks in a state of uncertainty, they eventually managed to get the documentation they needed and, most importantly, a flight back home. Stopping over in Germany first.
Hello, Gilbert.
Before the family was finally reunited.
This is England.
Ria Lakhani was diagnosed with COVID-19 whilst in hospital for a pre-planned procedure. She endured the virus and her fears without her loved ones around able to comfort her.
I'm not allowed any visitors, so I can't speak because I don't have any breath. So I can't really have a conversation with my family and I can't see them either. So I think that was the hardest part, was I was just isolated in this room and, I didn't have anyone near me when it was one of those moments where you need someone the most. The doctors and the nurses were excellent. They communicated with me even if I couldn't communicate back with them. They kept me at ease as much as they could. And it's also, you do see people going home as well. You see elderly going home as well. And you just, in those moments, that's what you have to take. You have to take the positive from it.
Well, we'll do it upstairs, maybe.
And she did. Ria still needs to isolate from her husband for a bit longer.
Ree, dinner is ready.
Thanks.
But now at last he can be there for her. Her support in a time of need. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, London.